And who doesn't need a big pencil? Hi. Welcome to my channel. And before I forget, I have 2 pieces of great news to share with you. But I'll get to that soon. I will. I'm Julie, and I'm a thrifter, a picker, a buyer, a seller, and I sell my wares on eBay, in my eBay store, ATTIC TREASURES FLEA MARKET. And I have figured out how to put a link in my video, so you're going to see that link closer to the end, and you can also look below in my description to get that link. And I welcome you to visit my shop to browse. Anyway, this is what I am doing. Oh, let me get to that great news. First of all, this is my 4th episode in this garage. This is garage number 1. It's Friday. It's April 1st. And exactly 1 year ago, yesterday, so today's my, I guess, post-anniversary, I was a booth in an antique mall for almost 17 years. And yesterday, 1 year ago, I left. And I'm loving it. I have been whittling down my inventory. I have 2 storage garages right now that are full. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to whittle down eventually to 1. And right now you're in garage number 1. And the game that I'm initially playing is I've numbered some cards, some of my old business cards, numbers 10 through 40. And I pick a number. And those are the number of items that I'm gonna pick from my storage garage here today, show you, talk about them, and then when I'm done, they get put in my car, they get cleaned up, they get photographed. It's a staging, it's a process, and then put into my eBay store. I do ask for your patience because after one of these videos, it usually takes me a few days to get everything put into my eBay, and I'm still working on a few other episodes worth. But I think this weekend I'll try to play catch up. Anyway, let's see. Oh, the good news. I'd like to be going live. I think I'm going to choose to go live a couple of times a month. Once in this garage, and the other time in the other garage number 2. And I've never done a live, so I'm gonna have to put on training wheels. And I think in the next couple of weeks, I think I might be able to figure it out and come and join you and invite you to my live. Give me a couple of weeks and I'll send out notifications. And I look forward to that. I look forward to these episodes. I'll be doing these episodes at least for the next few months. I am making a dent in my shelves. In other words, things are moving, getting out, getting on eBay, selling. And I want to be able to, well, let's see. I might change the way I'm doing things, but not until maybe midsummer. In the meantime, this has been working really fine. The one thing I ask is that I look for your participation. I need your help with picking out items. The second good news is that I'm finally going to update the panoramic view of what this garage and its shelves has. And that video, like my previous videos, will be shown at the very end of this. I do ask that you give it a look-see, take a look. If there are items or an item that you think appeals to you, or you just want to see, or you want me to show it to you, please let me know in the comments. I also ask, if you want to send me a comment after I show you some items today, let me know what your favorite item was. That helps. That helps me in planning for other videos. And by the way, if you have not seen my previous 3 episodes in this garage, I ask that you do so. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. What I am gonna do is, you know, the weather is nice today, so I'm not drinking the coffee for warmth, but I decided to bring one of my cups that I already have listed in my eBay store to pour my coffee in, because, you know, I've been using that little, I don't know what you call those, sippy cups. And so to be a little more formal, even though we are in my storage garage, I brought along one of these cups. And, you know, I don't know the maker. And maybe, you know, those of you out there, if you recognize this pattern, let me know. But it's got like a combination of styles. It's got that boopy style. It's got, you know, it's got the flower, the hobnail, and my coffee, light and sweet. All right, let's get started. We're gonna go ahead. I've got a bowl here. I showed you my cards. I'm just gonna pull them out so I can shake them up. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pick a number, and then I'm gonna put the bowl over here, get that out of my way. And what do we have? Oh, we have 20. So I'm gonna show you 20 items today, and I want you to hold me to it. I want you to count, make sure I'm showing you 20 items. All right, where do I start? Where do you want to look? What do you want to see? Let me start with something big. You know, some of the purpose of trying to make this garage manageable is to get things that are either in my way or stacked. I still have stacks. And this is in my way, but it's beautiful. Now, you say, that's got to be heavy. Well, it's not light, but it's not as heavy as you think. I will, however, place this up here so you can get a good look at it. It's some kind of a, you know, I don't know what it is. It looks like wood. It looks like a little, you know, plaster and wood. I don't know how this was made, but it's got a nice basket weave design. There are some, you know, areas of distressing, but no major cracks. I'm going to show you the inside and the bottom. Yeah, what's on the bottom? Let me try to. U.S. patent number 8927097. I don't know what that is, but I'll show you if you can go ahead and see that. Anyway, yes, this is taking up a lot of room in my garage, and you know, it's that time of the year when people are starting to, I think a lot of people have already begun their gardens or their outdoor plants. So now the one bad feature about putting a big pot like that on eBay is that, you know, it's expensive to ship. So I do offer 4 different options besides United States Postal Service parcel and priority. Something like that, that size, that weight is probably most economical to go either UPS or FedEx. So I make sure that I offer all 4 options. Okay, and then we'll go from one extreme to the next. I have these, I saw these this morning. These are plastic. They're little plant pots. And I have 4 of them. And you know, they're miniature plastic plant pots. Clear plastic. Definitely does not need a big box for these. So I have those. There's no name brand down those. I really don't know where I got them, but they were cute, so I grabbed them. I grabbed cute. let's see, my last video here, I had shown a whole bunch of vintage, like drying racks and, you know, maybe pot cover holder racks, or, you know, of the sorts. This morning I came upon this one. You know, I thought I had grabbed them all, but, you know, in the process of straightening things up to make that panoramic video for you at the end of this video, I came upon this one. So I'll be listing this one. I'll add that to my videos. The other thing I was doing, and one of my shorts was kind of funny, it's what I had done like last year when I was clearing out my booth, trying to make space in my two garages for everything. You know, at one time, I mean, if you want to know the backstory of why I have so much stuff, I was a booth owner for quite a long period of time. I actually had two booths. At the very end, before I left, I just had that one. But I've been doing that booth life for almost 17 years. And you know, when opportunity strikes, you get good deals, you just have to grab them. But when you also are looking to downsize your inventory, you need to stop buying and, you know, sell more, obviously. So right now for the summer, while I'm here, I'm not doing any buying. And I think in my previous video I said that I would be doing the two garages through something like the middle of November. And if you ask why November, it's because my husband and I winter in Texas. So that's why I'm gonna go gung-ho in these two garages to whittle down, purge, and get things listed in my eBay. One of the things, and like I was telling you about that short video, is that I had last year done some true purging, and which is kind of sort of against my grain. I literally trashed things. And this morning I came into my garage and I said, okay, where are my big piles? And one of my several shelves have a lot of dishes. Some of them pottery, some of them glass, some of them ceramic, some of them porcelain. But I said, you know what? I need to get some of these plates moving. And I was looking back at some previous videos of mine. I don't know if I'd shown you any plates. So here we go. I've got a few plates to show you. We have, in this area where I live, we have what's called Haystack School, and it's where artisans and artists and of all different mediums go. Now, I myself am not an artist or an artisan or a craftsman. I mean, I do, you know, I do some things, but I don't consider myself one of those labels. But this came from that area, from someone, and I don't know who the maker is. And if you're able to tell from that mark on the back who that is, then hey, all the more power to you. But I do not know. But this is a pottery plate, studio crafted. I have a few more of those type of plates. This also came from Haystack, or somebody who went to Haystack. Again, that might be the same signature or stamp because it looks very similar. Again, this is like a clay pottery plate, nicely handcrafted. You know, I love some of the pottery that comes from there. And I have, I think this is one more. And again, I'm sorry, I do not know the artist. Another earthenware plate. There is a stamp on the back. It's not like the other. And I guess there must have been a bubble there because that's kind of burst. So that's kind of a defect. So those are three studio plates that I have. And then this one, I don't know the maker. And again, you know, if you see dust on my things, remember we are in my storage garage. Everything gets cleaned up before I put it on eBay. This is a nice plate. It's got the impression of fish. And the mark on the bottom, I can never identify those marks. So that is just one plate. And, you know, like I said, this morning I was going through my singles. And so that's what I've kind of picked up, are the singles. There are a couple of other plates, and I've noticed on some other channels that some of this other dishware has become more popular, which I'm excited for because I think I've had it a while. This, I'm going to read the back as I show it to you. Spring Garden Baroque Hearthside Stoneware. Says, safe in your dishwasher, oven, and microwave oven. Hand painted, Japan. I have 2 of those plates. And then, along the same lines, I have, whoops, wait, let me correct myself. Whoop. I actually have 3 plates in that design. And those plates are really well made. And I love the flowers, and it's still springtime. Yeah, my daffodils finally arose from the ground and bloomed last week. You know, there's no leaves on the trees yet here in Maine, but the flowers have begun. This I'll also read as I show it to you. Old Brook Collection Stoneware, Stone Creek. Oven to table, dishwasher, microwave safe, Japan. And again, ooh, this one's really dirty. I have 2 of those. Showed you, what's my number, 20? I'm always kind of thinking about what can I show you. I want to make sure that I show you a good variety. Now, if you haven't figured out by now, variety is what I do have. I have a little of everything. So I'm trying to make sure too that I show you a variety. You know, one of my little mottos in my eBay store is stuff for sale. Something for everyone. And I hold myself to it. This is not old. It's a new stainless steel rice ball cooker. And it's, my little label says that I have the instructions in there. And for some reason, that's kind of stuck in there. Oops. There we go. I don't know why that's jammed in there, but anyway, this, I dropped the instructions. I don't think this has ever been used, and I just have to be more aggressive with getting this out. Aha, here we go. All right, so there is the rice ball cooker, and yes, it does come with instructions, which I dropped. And I dropped it again. And my hands aren't even cold. So that is a nice item. And then let's see, you know, the sun is out today. Oh, and I'm drinking coffee. And what I have here is select Premium quality blend, Good Morning Sunrise Coffee and Tea Company. That's like a creamer. It's nothing on the back, but it's the front of it that really is novel. So there you go. Let's see. All right. I have some things on the other side that I'd like to show you. So what I'm going to do is turn this around ever so gently. Make sure I don't knock my coffee over. And then I'm going to end up bringing this back over on this side because I have something that I want to show you that requires a flat surface. So give me a moment. I'll be right over there. Yep, I think we did good. You know, the other thing that I noticed is that I hadn't shown any things that I have here in my storage that are for kids. And I actually, like I said, I have something for everyone. So I grabbed a few kid things. And one of them is this baseball bat. When you see me taking some tickets off of items, it's because at one time it was probably in my booth. But this is probably a child's baseball bat. Now, I don't claim to be a baseball player, so, you know, don't critique me on how I'm holding this or my stance, but I'll see if I can get that all in the picture. There we go. It's wood. It's solid wood. I don't know what kind of wood, and it looks like it's got some kind of a brown stain on it, but yeah. There you go, a little bat for your little kid. And then another kitty thing here. And this is from Melissa and Doug. It's a wooden alphabet stamp set. Now, what it's missing, and I want to show you, but I also don't want to lose the stamps. It's got all the stamps. It is missing one stamp, which is some kind of a punctuation mark. But in lowercase and uppercase, all of your alphabet is there. And the other thing that this is missing is there might have been a cover that went on this. I don't have that. And the stamp pads. So, and, you know, even if I had the stamp pads, you know, they dry up quickly. So I don't have the stamp pads, but I do have this. And look what it says on that side. So that's for a special kid in your life. And who doesn't need a big pencil? This is called a super jumbo. Yeah, made in China, but fun. There you go. Yeah, that eraser feels real. And I think it does have, it's not fully sharpened there, but I think you can actually write with it. You know, all your notes that you need to take. I don't know. Messages. I don't know. What do you take notes? All right. I showed you a planter over there, so I thought I'd show you a planter over here. This is New England pottery, stone terracotta, and the dish is connected to this, so it's one piece. And it does have a drain hole. I just want to show you that. If you could, I may have to show it to you in there. And when you get close, this is not new. Somebody, you know, it doesn't look, well, yeah, it does look like somebody used it. But it's no cracks, no chips. Just a really nice outdoor planter. that there where it's safe. And then, you know, I was watching some of Martha Stewart's top 10 items to thrift. And one of the things I saw were 8 cups. So I said, do I have any 8 cups? I do. I just have 2. It's a set. And they are, I'll show you the bottom of one. Oops, that looks like it's upside down, huh? No. Maybe that's easier to read. I mean that. Camptour de Famille. Prim style, made in France. And if I mispronounced any of that, I apologize, but they are a cute set of 2, 8 cups. So, you know, gotta do what Martha Stewart says. Sounds right. Sounds good. All right, let's see, some metal. Let's do some metal. What do we have here? Here's like a, I guess, I don't know, definitely vintage, if not antique. It has something in there, probably, you know, the residual of what was in here, but it really doesn't have any smell. It's called Moth Jinx. Click does the trick. Kills moths and larvae. And it's refillable. And it comes with a hook, I guess, to hang that in your closet. Now I'm going to show this to you right side up so you can actually read the can. So that's, and it's pink. So if you like pink, but you don't like moths, there you go. And then in a previous video I had shown you, and they're already in my eBay store, I have like cylinder tubes, almost like test tubes. Some of them are meant for propagation. And then this one is if you want to start your own laboratory. It's got the holder and everything. So I'm going to show you this. 36 glass test tubes with its rack. Most of them are the smaller size. That's probably like 3 milliliter. And then you've got the taller ones. And that is, oh, okay, there's a name on it. Nalgene. Let me show you that just in case that didn't show up. So there you go. You know, you can start your own lab. All right, I need to pick a vase. Because I do have a lot of vases. What are we gonna... Oh, let's see. Green. Green is spring. Hey. Spring. Oh, you know, I panicked there for a second. My phone shut down because I didn't have much space left. So I took care of a few things and I'm gonna continue on my way. I have 2 vases. They are very similar. One does have some has some scratches. But it's a lovely green. And I call these stubby vases. You know, or a squat style green frosted glass bulb vase. Wide mouthed, fired on probably, color, an unknown maker. And again, I will list these separately because one looks much nicer than the other. this one has more scratches, and this one doesn't seem to have too many. So that's that. And then let's see. I think my number was 20. So I think I've got one more item to show you. And that's a book. This is one of those what I call coffee, or what I think everybody calls coffee table books. This is nice. It's a Life Century of Change, America in Pictures. And what I'm going to do is show you a quick reel. I'll attach a quick reel of the contents of this book, just, trying to give you a good idea of what is in it, because right now I'm just fumbling through pages. But I will show you some of the highlights in this book. It's in great shape. It's got its dust cover. And I think that's 20 items. So stay on board, because right following this, I'm going to give you an updated panoramic view of what this garage and my shelves has. So in the meantime, again, I'm in this garage every Friday. This is garage number 1. If you haven't seen my other episodes, I do ask you to check those out. On Tuesdays, I'm in garage number 2. And again, I am thinking of doing one live in the garage 1 and garage 2, both of those once a month. And I think once I get my training wheels on and I figure things out, I'm going to look forward to that, and I hope you do too. So in the meantime, thank you. You can reach out to me if you have any questions, and I love your comments. I do welcome your comments. So thank you. Have a great day.